I'm very pleased to announce that the member clubs have approved Houston as the NFL's 32nd franchise.
Words that are music to businessman Bob McNair's ears.
This is a great day for Houston, and I hope a great day for football.
Now, live team coverage of the Touchdown Houston. NFL football on its way back to the Bayou City. The good news is our big story this afternoon here on News 2 Houston, first at 4.
All right, what do you think, Houston? 32nd franchise team, Touchdown Houston, got official approval from league owners this morning, and anticipation has turned, of course, into celebration. News 2 Houston has live team coverage of today's big event. It came this morning from the NFL owners meeting in Atlanta.
And that's where News 2 Houston Steve Mark is live with the very latest. Steve?
Well, as late as yesterday, the NFL gave Los Angeles every courtesy and still yet another chance to win the expansion bid. In the end, it was Bob McNair's cold, hard cash that brought the NFL back to Houston.
I think the key thing was both the quality of the stadium, the fan interest in the NFL in Texas, and the quality of the ownership in Bob McNair.
NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue signals the end of Houston's NFL drought. From the uncertainty of the Oilers' final years in Texas to the expansion war with Los Angeles that Houston lost in March, then won back here in Atlanta.
We've done our due diligence. We've done our homework. Everything is in place. And it became obvious, I think, to everyone that, that this was just a very solid proposal.
At 3 this morning, McNair's attorneys finished their detailed work with the league. Then a half hour before the expansion committee met, McNair signed the $700 million agreement.
And I think it's really a great story about dreaming the great dreams and pulling them off. A lot of people didn't think we'd do it, but we did.
McNair's new partners praised the deal.
They were determined to have that NFL team and have this expansion franchise come to Houston. I'm really, I'm glad that they were rewarded.
They were. McNair gets a team in the AFC, the same conference as the Oilers, the former Oilers and now Titans. They'll begin play in 2002 and a Super Bowl to come to Houston 2 years after that. We're live in Atlanta. I'm Steve Mark.
And Bob McNair's Houston touchdown was the result of a long, patient drive. Here's how he scored with NFL owners. The expansion franchise was approved by a 29-0 vote with 2 owners abstaining. By the way, former Houston Oilers, now Tennessee Titans owner Bud Adams voted in favor of a team for Houston, and the 2004 Super Bowl will be played right here in the Bayou.
Coming up on NFL Tonight, these two cities both lost an NFL franchise. Now one of them gets one back. We'll tell you which city was awarded the NFL's newest expansion team. Hi, everybody, and welcome to NFL Tonight, the place the pros tune in to get all their X's and O's information. Mark Malone along with Mike Golick, and we can say Houston again.
Absolutely. Houston, we do not have a problem anymore.
We do not have a problem. Finally, we get a 32nd football team in the National Football League, and that's where we start our news. Hello, Houston. The NFL has landed. After losing the Oilers to Tennessee following the 1996 season, Houston returns to the NFL. The decision announced by NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue came after months of indecision, in which the league at one point conditionally awarded a franchise to Los Angeles, but the deadline came and went without L.A. coming up with a suitable stadium proposal. Houston businessman Bob McNair met with league's expansion committee Tuesday and won the approval of his $700 million bid for the expansion franchise. And with a $310 million retractable roof stadium included, the Houston deal would be worth more than $1 billion.
Houston is a first-class major league city, and I think it's important that, that we have the major league sports there. And to not have the NFL there was just something that was unacceptable to me. And I'm happy to say that, that condition is not going to exist for much longer. And I'm proud of Houston, and I know that it'll be a great showcase for the NFL.
Well, the name of the Houston team is not set, but Commissioner Tagliabue said it would not be Oilers. McNair said that the retractable roof stadium will be completed for the team to play in its first season in the year 2002. Now, ESPN The Magazine's John Clayton joins us now with more on the league's decision to bypass the second largest TV market. And John, you told us on Tuesday night that a decision didn't seem imminent. What happened over the past 24 hours?
What happened was in the late night, all the pieces started to fall together. The fact that they get down there, they find out for sure that there's a $700 million bid by Bob McNair. And second, that he can justify it financially from his end because he's able to put a Super Bowl together for the year 2004 in Houston. And so that worked out. And you couple that with the idea that here's L.A. They got two different groups down there. They were bickering. They weren't going to be able to get it done after 5 years. And so what happened, they wake up this morning, 8:30, they have the quick vote, and they go with the committee vote for Houston, and then, of course, the league goes with 29 owners voting for Houston.
Well, in my eyes, they did absolutely the right thing. They were just trying to shove a team in L.A. because it's a #2 market and make it somewhat Hollywood. But I talked to Bob McNair earlier today, and he said, listen, we did all the right things. We got the money set. We've got the stadium set. We're all square on every avenue out in L.A. They're not really sure what's going on. But I think one of the things that turned it for the owners, outside of the obvious fact of the money, is the fact that there was a football team in Houston before. If this was a city where there hadn't been a team established at one time, it might have been a little tougher. And the only reason that attendance went down was because it was a lame duck team. They knew they were moving. It was interesting in talking to Bob McNair as we were speaking, his phone rang. I said, oh, that might be the commissioner to let you know. He said, no, I think it's the bank, and they're asking me what the heck am I doing?
Hi, Craig. Bob McNair's expansion victory is a combination of persuasion and perseverance, and that combination made a hefty deal for the NFL owners and a near unanimous vote that returns the NFL back to Houston.
Some people say it's a sort of David and Goliath battle. We don't like to think of Houston, the fourth largest city in the nation, as David.
Actually, Houston was both David and Goliath, on and off, since Los Angeles won the expansion bid in March. As summer wore on, the California bids became more fragmented. Houston was the front runner, but closer to the original September 15th deadline, Michael Ovitz re-entered the serious picture, and all that did was drive up McNair's price, which McNair was all too happy to pay, with the following stipulation. 2 days ago, McNair told the league he would put up a letter of credit, but that would expire tonight at midnight, meaning if the owners planned to delay their vote and renege on its original promise to McNair, McNair would pull his offer off the table.
I think it's a great choice, as I just mentioned. They've had a franchise there in the past. It was successful. We used to always go down there and get beat. Very successful.
I'm just really excited. Bob McNair is a great guy, and you know, he wanted the franchise badly. He just did a great job, the city and himself, partnershiping, and we have a great new owner there, and we're excited about that.
A lot of people say, well, boy, Jerry, you had rather not have the competition for the NFL fan. It's just the opposite. I want a team down there that's exciting and can compete because that just enhances the interest in NFL football.
Red McCombs, one of the latest owners to swing from against expansion or on the fence to pro-Houston.
Well, I think the key was just the patience of waiting until the thing was just totally massaged, which it was in every direction.
It is important to note that there were no votes in the Houston ratification. That means Bud Adams, who was very strongly against expansion, voted for this expansion to his hometown. Of the two abstentions from Arizona and St. Louis, those were because of ramifications of realignment, and Bob McNair is very, very pleased and has no problem that the NFL will have to realign because of what happened today here in Atlanta. We're live in Atlanta. I'm Steve Mark.